Boom, boom, Big Mac.
You can leave it up there. It's fine.
We just have a knife on the counter. It's the only thing.
This is Halloween
Ryan,
episode.
Can we switch seats?
Nope, you picked.
This is so
You got what you
dull.
wanted.
This would not cut. That's why I tried to cut the Gatorade bottle. It did nothing. I had to use my pocket knife.
Will it cut an apple?
I mean, yeah.
Speaking of that,
wouldn't that be a clean cut?
I have a life hack.
We haven't started yet. But
I'm just saying, you catch me later.
okay.
For cutting an apple, specifically.
Okay.
Welcome in, GPS the guy. We got some nervous energy going here. We might as well get started. Welcome in. We're glad you are here. We've been talking about this for many weeks now. This is the life hack episode.
Oh, yeah.
Ryan knew nothing about this episode all week long.
I thought today was the deadline to have stuff in for all you listeners that did or did not send anything in.
And then we were just never going to record. Here's the deadline. And
I thought the deadline was today, and we do it next week. That's where I got lost.
anyway, welcome back, Ryan. Welcome back, everybody else. We're glad you're here. Ryan and I had a testy exchange of text messages today, and
Yep, it was fun.
we hugged and made up. So we're good now.
I don't remember hugging, but if that's what you want to call it, yeah.
Some nervous energy over here and then some tension right here.
That's right. You could cut the tension with a knife. For those of you not watching on YouTube, I have a knife in my hand currently.
What a segue.
What a segue.
That was awesome.
Great. But welcome in. We're glad you're here. Shoot us an email. I mean, you can send us a life hack, but
Yeah.
it's too late for us to do it for you. But mailroom@gpstheguide.com. We still want to hear from you. Find us on Instagram. Check out the website, gpstheguide.com.
I mean, if it's a good enough one, we might have to throw it into an episode.
Yeah, we could mention it.
Yeah.
We could mention it. Absolutely.
But it has to be good. I mean, it's not just going to be something random.
Well, let's see how this episode goes. We might not be good ourselves, but we have some first timers with us. Daniel Sanders,
Some noobs.
Yeah.
Ty Dean, Ryan Gotro,
Me.
and Savannah Dean.
Hey, hey.
Welcome in. We are so glad you all are here. They are married, but they are not sitting together. Ryan refused to give up his seat,
This is my seat.
he's
Name's
like
on the
a
back
dude.
of it.
but we are so glad that you all are here. And sorry, Adam. Adam and producing things, doing good work over there. Welcome to Adam again. So we got to tell a little story, or I don't know, tell a story, but several episodes ago we had the moms on giving great advice. Miss Sandra Dean told a great story about throwing a football at her son. I don't know if she told it or I brought it up, but it got told.
Yep.
Ty was the recipient of that football
I was
strike.
the target. Yeah, that was.
Did you hear that story on that?
I did. Yeah.
What was that true?
It was a true story. A lot of the details are, I mean, it was, I don't know how many years ago. So the details kind of get mixed up. But yes, the football being thrown at me while she was yelling at my sisters was all true.
And
Still haunts him to this day, actually.
It
He
does.
wakes up in the middle of the night just, no, Mom, please.
Pretty much.
that is
Not the
great.
nerve.
Well, I will say, like, after
nerve.
that, my dad
That's a
had,
T-shirt right there. Not
Every
the nerve.
episode.
after that incident, my dad, every time we were like on the verge of getting in trouble by my mom, who would like turn to us and be like, be careful, she'll throw a lamp at you or something like that. So he's still running joke in our family. So
That's good stuff.
That is fantastic.
And Savannah's just hopped right in. She's like,
yeah.
let's keep that going. That's good stuff.
always got to be ready.
Well, we are so glad that both of you are here, and we got some good stuff coming up. Ty and I do want to say, Ty is maybe the greatest all-around athlete I have ever known. Doesn't matter the sport; he is going to
You
excel
had
at it.
James Jones on.
Yeah,
That's-
but
I mean-
I don't know. I've never
But I
been
mean, you met
around
him,
him
though.
personally.
Okay.
And he may just be great at football and nothing else. You have been great at everything I've ever seen you play.
Did you play soccer?
Genetics. No.
And
Okay.
You're not
Ty
possible.
would not be here today. He would be a professional athlete somewhere if God had not humbled him with height. That's the only thing Ty lacks is the.
I do lack some height. But, I mean, I used to want to be like over 6 foot. Now I'm like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, you can fit anywhere. It's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Until I put heels on, and he's like,
Oh,
my
that's
God.
true. I no.
He won't stand next to me.
That's why she went barefoot in our wedding.
Oh, you're saying if you wear heels?
Yeah.
No, if Ty wears heels, he wears heels.
I thought that's what you said.
She was. Weren't you thinking about wearing heels for our wedding or some or like?
You said if I did, you would literally get lifts.
I was going to get those like 3-inch. Like I was like, I'm not being shorter in these pictures. I refused. I was going to get those like 3-inch inserts, and I was like, I will be taller than you.
There will be a box wherever these pictures are taken where I'm standing on it.
Exactly.
I should have surprised him. He surprised me with those light up shoes. I should have surprised him with like stilettos. Like I should have
I don't know
out
if
there in
would you be able
stilettos.
to walk in that? Good grief.
I don't know. We'll find out.
I wouldn't have been able to walk in them.
Well, life hacks. We wanted to introduce Ty and Savannah a little bit and connect some dots on some stories that have already been told about him and the football, and that was great. Your mom did not want to tell that story.
Oh yeah, she
Really?
No,
she doesn't like the truth to be known about her antics when it came to us getting in trouble and the punishment we had to endure.
no one has ever seen her get like
Let me tell you
slightly
what, it is one
elevated attitude in public. So
it is one
that's-
of the scariest sights you've ever seen. Like, yeah, it's brutal. I mean, this
Don't get yourself in trouble.
I'm about to say, you might not be able to air this part, but like one time I came home from school, I had a bad day, frustrated. And I will say I deserved every bit of this. Okay. So she asked me to do something and I was already having a bad day at school, frustrated. So I was walking away from her, not acknowledging what she said. And then she said it again, or I can't remember exactly what happened, but I turned around, I got mad and I just yelled at her. And it was just the culmination of all my frustration and anger throughout the day, just right there. I turned around and yelled. And I mean, she teleported. I mean, because she was probably like 20 feet away from me, and then in a snap, she was right in my face. Like, grabbed me by my collar, threw me on the couch, slapped me across the face, and was like, "You don't ever yell back at me again." Scariest moment of my life, hands down. It was, it's intense.
That is making the cut. Absolutely.
She's gonna kill me.
She does. She won't watch. It'll be all right.
It's just impossible to think that she's like that. I mean, I believe it. Y'all are saying it, so I believe it. But it's just so funny because she's so quiet.
Spare the rod, spoil the child.
Where's the baby? You know, just let me have the
Just
baby.
no.
That's all I need.
Next time you hand your baby over, you're just going to see Sandra.
I'm gonna be like,
slapping Ty in the
just don't slap her, please.
That's good stuff. I want to be there when you do that. I want to be at least 20 feet away, though. So,
You have like a baby war going on with her.
kind of like who
It's
was
not kind of. It's
Is it with
She
Navy?
gets mad if she sees me with a baby and she's like,
It
"How
wasn't.
come you're
No,
holding that baby?"
it's not Navy. It's your.
Is it Reagan?
Yeah,
Reagan.
Reagan.
So-
Reagan.
Yeah, I was holding Reagan. This was several months ago. She was much smaller. Maybe your mom had her.
It was during VBS, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I'd like, hey, can I hold her for a few minutes? And she gave me a few minutes. And I mean, I was doing good. I was fine. There was nothing going on.
All right, time's up.
And she came back and said, that's enough. And,
Yes.
took her. Yeah. But she did make a comment a couple weeks ago. I had Navy, and she walked in the room and was like, how'd you get her?
Yeah.
What are you doing with her?
That story Brother Matt told about Simeon the other couple weeks ago with the babies and
Oh, yeah.
that's Sandra. She looked at me and she goes, "See, it's biblical." I was like, "Oh."
Should have said, where's throwing the football biblical?
Yeah.
But we're not here to bash
Casting
Sandra.
stones.
We love you, Sandra, and we hope you're listening
Yeah,
and
I love you,
having a
Mom.
great time. But life hacks. We're going to talk about some life hacks. I'm going to start with one right here. Chapstick.
I needed some of that earlier.
Well, guess who needed some the other day? Your wife.
Yeah.
She needed some. We were.
I know nothing's
All
dull, but
together.
watch what you're doing.
I'm not worried about that knife. So really, this started out as a joke because I knew Savannah was coming on. I said, I'm going to get her some chapstick. So would you like cherry or strawberry?
Strawberry.
That was the wrong
There you
answer.
Why?
Cherry is so much better.
You're wrong. Okay.
So the other day, Savannah and Ty and I were standing next to each other, and she asked Ty, "Hey, do you have some chapstick?" And he said, "No, it's out in the car." And I had some in my pocket. I said, "I have some that's new, but I've used it." And she's like, "Thanks, but no thanks." So now you have your own. There you go.
Was he up here when we were talking about that?
No.
That's so funny. We were
Literally
just talking
the
about
exact
that.
same thing just happened, except Ty asked me for
I
chapstick.
needed the chapstick.
I was like, I got some.
Yeah.
It was the exact same thing.
It might be a Dean trait. Who knows?
I guess it is.
But to tie it all in, we're not going to demonstrate this one because I didn't buy all the stuff. But chapstick. If you're out camping and you're starting a fire and you have a cotton ball, if you take the cotton ball and put chapstick on it, The petroleum-based chapstick will help the cotton ball to stay lit longer to start your campfire.
Have you done that before?
Look, we were just talking about getting camping stuff for Christmas. Thanks.
You're welcome.
A little 2-for-1 deal there.
That's right. I tell you what, you can have that one too. Now you got your own. You got the cherry.
The cherry.
That's what you wanted anyway.
The cherry's the best kind.
So life hack number 1. There you go. For all you campers and such. Ryan, you got some? Did you bring something?
I have like 5 or 6.
Okay. Let's do
Are
one.
y'all hungry?
I kind of feel bad for not bringing any.
No,
I mean, I know we weren't supposed to.
y'all are good.
Chocolate or vanilla?
I'm a little nervous, actually, Ryan, handing out these cupcakes.
Chocolate or vanilla? You
I
want
did
one?
see him break the seal
No?
before he
Okay.
so.
This is more, I guess, for kids possibly. But the life hack that I found, and I actually use this quite a bit when we have cupcakes or whatever for birthdays or whatever the case may be. But to get it to where it's not as messy, you take it, you pull the whole bottom off of it, and you put that on the top of it, and you make a sandwich. So that way it's not as messy on you. So then you can take a bite.
And we know a lot of these things are visual. So if you're not watching on the YouTube channel, we apologize. We will try and be as descriptive as possible. But basically, Ryan just took the cake portion of the cupcake and broke it in half and made a sandwich, just like he said.
Yep.
That is pretty cool. I'm not sure if it's a ton of frosting like these, if it would still
Nah,
be
I think this one's kind of over
for a little
overdoing it.
kid, but for an adult, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yep. And it's supposed to not or necessarily be as messy as a typical just eating it straight up. So
Or supposed.
yeah, that word.
Yeah.
Y'all know what I mean.
I kind of like the challenge of just not getting it on my face, though.
And some people like that. That's you do you.
You got napkins for us, or we just gotta?
Oh no. I got well hold on.
Next
Segue. So supposedly this one, so obviously I have a little kid for people that don't know. I have a little I have a 6-year-old and I have a 3-month-old. But one thing that I have figured out is that when you buy Pampers, not sponsoring us by the way,
But they could.
yeah, they could. They
Mailroom.
could.
That would be
So
against the guide.com.
now watch, these will be fine and they'll have no issues with it. So supposedly when you pull these out, they see how it's like keep on connecting. They don't actually pull out one by one. So the hack is supposed to be
So Ryan has
supposed
I don't
to
know if you
be
said it's a pack of baby wipes.
pack of baby wipes. Yes. So Dawn gave me this one right before we walked in, and she said if you take a hair tie and you put it on the side of it, that it's supposed to hold down on the wipes inside, so that way when you pull it out, it does one at a time,
Look at that.
and it actually works.
That's
I'm
a life hack
impressed.
right there.
Life hack that is working.
Yes.
That
Yeah,
is a
that's-
good one.
So
That's
I
a
like
really
that
good
one.
one.
So anyways,
You
I
got
just-
your money's
here,
worth out of
take one of
this
those. You take one out of
episode.
here. So would you rather hear
No,
this?
yeah. You got your
Have
money's
a,
worth out of this episode.
You might
already.
need two. Get over there making a mess.
Not
Comes
my
in here
fault.
and just
Atta kid.
I have a I guess it's a life hack, but really just a trick that
You
has
have to
do with
talk into the
babies.
microphone so we hear you. You might say
Sorry.
something good. You can move it, but make sure we hear you.
But I have sort of a life hack that has to do with babies since we're talking about baby wipes. I have nieces and nephews, and whenever I would babysit and I couldn't get them to go to sleep, I would get one of her like sweaters or like something she wore and like just lay it over. Either I would like put it on over my shoulder or just lay it over to like kind of wrap around the baby, but they'll smell that scent and they'll instantly like calm down. So if you're ever having
Interesting.
a hard time getting them to calm down, just get a shirt that the mom has worn.
That
And it'll
is
be
a
like
good one.
almost instant. Like seriously, it's crazy.
Mine's the opposite. She just spits up on my shirt, and then I have the smell of Navy on me all the time.
I do have an extra shirt over there if you need it. But
I am fine. It is actually dry. I'm getting used to it now. It's like, it's just like, all right, back to work.
so his daughter spit up on him about 90 minutes ago.
Yeah. But I don't think
No, you can't see it.
So we're good.
High def cameras. Look on his left shoulder.
I mean, I definitely feel it. It's there.
his shirt's all
So.
crusty.
That's a crinkling noise that you hear.
Right? Like, not my shoulder that's out of whack.
All right.
So-
Well, since Ryan gave some food out, I have another one. We're going to try this one. So here I have a bag of peanut butter M&Ms. Well, first, what's your favorite kind of M&Ms? Anybody?
I was actually just talking about this. If y'all haven't had the white chocolate pretzel M&Ms, I'll tear a bag of those up.
I have not.
They're
had that.
so good. They're so
I've never
good.
heard of now. They have a
think they
regular
might be.
pretzel one though too, right?
Yeah, no, not
So,
those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not those.
So I like the pretzels, and I like just regular, not peanut butter, but the peanut M&Ms.
Do you have a favorite?
I'm not a big M&M guy. If I had to choose, though,
Because he's a stud athlete. He can't put that kind of stuff in his body.
That is
No.
not it.
I love
keep
sugar.
shredded over there.
No, I love sugar. I love all candy. I just don't like M&Ms. I don't know. I think it's the milk chocolate. I'm more of a dark chocolate guy, and so. But I guess if I was gonna,
Okay.
I might go with just the pretzel, like the M&M pretzels.
I like the dark chocolate too. Too bad they don't make like a peanut M&M dark chocolate, and they made that I don't know about. So
Anyway, but let's say you have a bag of something similar to this bag of M&Ms, or maybe you were making cookies. You have a bag of chocolate chips or something that you have some left over. An open bag, obviously. Don't spill them everywhere. But an open bag, and you're like, man, how in the world am I going to seal this up good? We have a life hack for you. You take the top of a bottle, a plastic bottle, cut it off. This is a Gatorade bottle because I wanted a wide mouth, but you could use just a water bottle, whatever you have. You take the open end of the container. I hope this works. I did not test this. You put it through the bottle there, and you kind of roll the wrapper down around the mouth of the bottle, and take the top and screw it on,
look at that.
and it seals in. Look, it works. Seals
That's a good
in
one,
all
too.
the loose stuff
pretty
right there.
impressive.
Yeah,
Now,
that's a good
you,
one.
Can you take the top off and like just
Yeah, it's
pour out of it?
reusable. Yeah, yeah, you can actually. You want some M&Ms? Maybe, maybe.
We're gonna cut that part out.
I mean, there's one.
I think I got it too tight on there.
Rationing
I mean,
over
it's-
here.
Yeah, it doubles as a
Rationing.
diet plan,
Yeah,
actually.
that's true.
So
We want
they,
M&M. You get two today.
they do come out. They're just, it's sealed in there
Still,
so
it's
good.
closed. I'm
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
There you go, just like that. Hope I explained that well, but if not, go on YouTube, GPS to God, and check it out. You can see that live in action right there.
That's a good one after Halloween too. When you have all these bags of candy still open.
Yeah. Well, I don't have to worry about open bags of candy too long in my house, but
Should I do that life hack? You want to see my life hack? I'm gonna make it a 1-bite cupcake.
I was going to do it, but
Oh, go ahead.
camera wasn't on me.
Oh,
Oh, there's a camera. There's
content.
There's
No,
always a
get
camera.
it, get it on
Ready?
Savannah. Yeah.
Who can eat? There's
Oh,
the
this
fastest
is oh, whoa.
Life hack.
contest.
Anything
right
can
now.
be bite-sized.
Do I need to go?
Saving calories. Are you trying to beat me?
Yeah. Should I go and come beside
First
you?
one that can open their mouth, nothing's in it.
I don't know.
Ready? Set.
He already has a bite missing.
You have a bite missing too, don't you?
No.
Oh well, then take a bite. Take
That's
a bite
why
missing.
it's bite-sized.
Oh.
No, I got to fit the whole thing.
All right, ready?
1, 2, 3, go.
Oh my goodness! All right, pull the lights back out. That doesn't help the hack.
Oh, crap, the whipped cream. This is horrible frosting. I'm sorry, Ryan.
Hey, I told her to buy the cheapest stuff just for this thing. There's one for you. There's one for you.
I'm done.
It's pretty good cupcake.
Oh yeah, and she had more than you.
I just won.
There's
Well.
three quarters off your hand.
And the rest is on my face.
Oh.
I'm gonna need more than one wipe.
It's just sprinkle.
well, I don't know if that's an awkward transition or not, but a lot has been going on. But we are back. We're moving on to the next life hack. And so this one is, I'm not sure exactly how practical it would be, but we're going to do it anyway. So if you have a lighter, if you're watching us, we have one of the big grill lighters, super long. But if maybe you have just a regular handheld cigarette lighter, I don't know if that's proper thing to say, but
I mean, that's what I call it.
yeah, all right. But let's
And I
say
don't smoke.
Let's say you have a lighter and you're trying to light a candle or something like this that's in a deep jar or vase or whatever that you can't get to it with just a regular lighter. It's too far away. And you happen not to have one of these big lighters, but anyway, I'm stumbling. You take a spaghetti noodle, a dry spaghetti noodle, and you can light that on fire. Did y'all know that?
I did not know that.
I didn't know either. So you take your regular little lighter, light your spaghetti noodle.
fire alarms.
We're
in here,
eating
right?
that. It's on fire, and
Smoked
we eat
yet.
that.
Yeah, we do. So you take it, and your spaghetti noodle will light on fire, and you can use that as a long little tool to get down in the deep candle and light your fire. Light your candle. There you go.
Light
Look at
your
that.
fire.
Check that out.
That is pretty cool.
That is very
I like
cool.
that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I stumbled my way through that one, but the visuals were great.
I've burned myself many times trying to do that. What you're saying, turn it over and have a small lighter in your...
Oh, I burn myself all the time with the candles that are like the 3 wicks in one. And I just saw a video where you light one of them and then you just turn the candle on its side before the wax melts, and it just like the flame goes upward, obviously, and lights the other 2. You just keep turning it. I was like, wow.
That's a good one.
Never heard of that
I've
one
just
either.
been
That's a good one.
sizzling my fingertips for no reason.
Oh, what? That pasta does smell burnt, though.
I was going to say, this spaghetti does not smell good.
You better have a good smelling candle because...
Yeah, it's got to make up for some smell of the burnt spaghetti noodle. Yeah, there you go.
Well, we have one kind of with that. Don't put that on top. It's kind of with the candle. And it's not really a life hack, but like, so it's just a cool little trick you can do. You have to, obviously it has to be sitting there burning for a little bit so you can get some smoke when you blow it out, but it should, if I light the smoke on fire, go back down
Go lower.
and relight the candle.
Maybe low. You need a spaghetti noodle?
Sometimes you have to catch it early when there's a lot of smoke.
Have you done this before?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it works.
Oh.
Just you have to.
These might
The
be
right time.
these might be high quality candles here, you know.
Oh, there it is.
There it
There
went.
you go.
Oh,
That was pretty
did
cool.
you get that on camera, Adam?
Yeah,
Oh,
you can do a slow
was a good
motion of
one.
that, and it's cool to watch like the flame run down the smoke and then relight the candle.
Now,
It's
I
pretty
wish,
cool.
I wish we had a jar that was a little more clear now. That was pretty cool. That did
Yeah.
work. Now we smell like smoke and burnt spaghetti noodles. So in case you missed it, you have a candle. It's lit. It's burning. You blow it out, and the smoke that comes off of it, you light that, about 2 inches above. You hold a flame about 2 inches above that wick, and the flame travels down the smoke and relights the wick. That's pretty cool. So some of these life hacks, they're coming from familyhandyman.com. So you can go check out that website. I have no idea if it's a family-friendly website or not, but that's where we got some of these life hacks, familyhandyman.com. This says if you need to remove a highlighter stain, I don't know what, maybe you get a little overzealous and you highlight one line too many and you can't live with it.
It's for when you're a kid and you just underline and highlight every single thing in your Bible, and then your whole Bible's highlighted. This is the part where you go back and just unhighlight.
Yeah,
the
I
stuff
haven't
you
really
meant to
mastered
highlight.
that part. Yeah. Yeah, but maybe your OCD is acting up, or I don't know what. But to remove a highlighter stain, this calls it a stain. I would just say, a highlighter mark.
Yeah.
It says take a Q-tip, put it in lemon juice, and then it will remove the highlighter. We are about to find out right now.
What notes do you have that you don't want anymore?
Hugh Ross, Dr. Hugh Ross. Questions. That was a great interview. All right, let's test it out. Highlighting. There we go.
Did it say that it had to be like completely dried or?
Yeah, or like a thin one, like if you double highlight like you just did. Do you think
Yeah,
it'll-
I put the extra thick highlight. It did
Yeah.
say
He doubled down on that.
the older the highlighter is, like the longer it's been on there, the less it will come off.
Gotcha.
the less it'll come off.
Yeah,
I would think the more it would come off.
Again, none of this has been verified. We're trusting internet facts here. These lemons have also been in a refrigerator for an unknown amount of time. I don't even know if there's juice in it. Oh yeah,
No, that's awesome.
There's a little bit.
I feel like we're in national treasure right now when they
Was it
Yeah.
Declaration of
Yeah.
We're going
Independence?
to test that too in a
are we?
second. Yeah.
Sweet.
All right, so I
Invisible ink.
have a Q-tip saturated with lemon juice. We're going to see if it indeed removes highlighter. Look at that.
Oh
Wow.
my goodness.
Adam,
That was quick.
You might have to pick the camera up on that one, Adam. All right, let's do that again.
Yeah,
'cause
that was awesome.
absolutely
That was
worked.
quick.
I would have
the
never
text,
thought that.
like,
No, the text is fine.
No.
really?
Yeah, it's not.
All right, Adam, you let me know
I
when
mean,
you're
the more
ready.
wet it is, I think it would go through the paper.
All right,
but
here we
besides
go. Look, that is a magic
crazy.
eraser right there. That absolutely
nice.
works. Lemon juice on a
Yeah.
Q-tip will take off highlighter.
I would imagine if you're using a pencil and then highlight what you wrote in pencil, it'll probably smear the pencil markings. But if it's typed
might
or
take
pen,
it might take the pencil up with
I
it
don't know.
too.
There's a pencil over there. Adam, can you reach that pencil on the floor? We'll test that
Is that
theory
right? Oh,
right
it's a
now
pen.
too, Ty.
Have you tried that? We had to recently get permanent marker off of a whiteboard
Oh, yeah.
thanks to Russell Mundy.
Go ahead
calling
and
you
say
out.
it. That was one we had on the list later, but go ahead and say it.
So you like scribble over the permanent marker with the expo marker, and it just erases off,
With a dry erase marker.
and it worked.
That does work.
yeah, Russell, he used a Sharpie for our.
And he was like going to keep writing,
Sunday
and then
school
one
class.
person, I don't remember who said it, but he was like, "Hey, isn't that permanent?" And he was like, "Oh."
Why is there a permanent marker
And
on the board?
he got quite a ways into the lesson.
It was a lot. Yeah.
So you can also use hairspray.
Oh.
Spray it on the whiteboard, and it will remove the permanent marker as well. I have tried that one. All right. Well, now we have pencil. We have highlighted over the pencil. We're going to see if it removes the pencil mark.
Wow. Didn't really even.
Did it even
It
smear?
didn't even smear it really.
No.
Wow.
It did not. The pencil is still there. Now, I will say there's a little blackness there
you can see it.
on the
if
Q-tip,
if
but
you get overzealous and
it absolutely did not
Yeah,
diminish that
that's
pencil
crazy.
at all. That works. There
yeah,
you
that's
go.
That is a
wild.
real cool one.
Again, I don't know why you would need to remove highlighter. I mean, just, if you go a line too far, live with it. That's what I would say. But if you can't, lemon juice does
when
the
you're,
trick.
sometimes you're a perfectionist when you take notes. If you're a perfectionist and you accidentally go,
Or if you rented a textbook, I was always scared they would like come back after me and be like, "This isn't the same.
good point.
That is a good one.
Give us your
right
money
there.
back."
That is a great reason
That's a
to
better
maybe
reason.
remove. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's why we got you smart
reason.
people on here. All right, Savannah, you want to try and write, like in National Treasure, write a message, a secret message
Sure.
in lemon juice? Here you go. Here's some Q-tips. Here's some lemon. Here's some blank paper.
Should we try? What do
Why
you think she's
don't
gonna
you
write?
Why don't you go ahead and write a secret message to your husband,
Oh boy.
and then we're going to see if he can decode it. This is a family-friendly show, and we want him to be able to read this message to the viewer, so we know if this works. So Savannah has a blank sheet of paper. She has a Q-tip. She is soaking that Q-tip with lemon juice, and
Don't
she
watch
is
me,
going to
I won't watch.
write a
I'll turn my
message.
head.
Ty is looking at the bookshelf and all the great souvenirs we have. If you would like something displayed on the bookshelf, send it to us.
Oh, this is a horrible feeling.
And we will absolutely put it on there and give you some credit. Email us at mailroom@gpstheguide.com. We'll let you know how you can send it to us and have something cool displayed. We're always looking for new gear. We have some new gear coming from James Jones. We don't have it yet, but he is. I have seen it. We need to send it to him. He's going to autograph that for us, and we will display that soon.
That was a cool episode.
It's not
That
here
was really
I just
fun.
had
That was
to
a very good episode.
take a
I
double
enjoyed
dip
listening to that one.
into the lemon, and I kind of felt like in like the olden days when they had to dip into the ink.
Oh, dipping the ink, yeah.
Felt kind of fancy.
Well,
I think we should go back to that.
Do I need to, am I good or do I need to still look at this bookshelf?
she is finished writing. You're
Okay.
good. So she is drying the lemon juice ink as we speak.
Okay.
How does
This
this
is-
work
this is-
again?
So what you do, you write in the lemon juice, and then you take a flame, which we're going to use our handy grill lighter here, and you kind of hold the flame under the paper, and it will
Yeah, let's
reveal
don't
the
catch
lemon
the paper
juice
on fire.
On fire. Yeah,
would
this
be
is-
We do not have
yeah, well,
water.
I mean, this room is smelling of burnt
Yeah.
candles.
Oh, well,
and-
we got
we
it
have-
there.
we
We
have
can we can
water-
dump it
two
on
water
it, but I'm
bottles.
waiting for it to spray everywhere.
Yeah, there's no fire, no sprinkler system in here.
I might have been a little
I got my-
generous with the lemon juice.
Yeah,
It's-
well,
I got my pocket knife. We'll poke a hole in the top of it and use.
I mean, this
like
is
a water bottle.
This is real.
Okay, that's probably
Life
better.
hack.
I was thinking about just. I thought just spit it on the fire, but that's probably a better way. This like
She said, "I'm gonna take a drink of this first."
Savannah has
spit
turned
tape to get rid of it.
firefighting into a sport.
Don't try too hard
Close
to read
enough.
Which side did you start? Like, is it going to be
it.
upside
The
down?
top is at your fingers right now. Nope. Yes.
Oh, okay.
This
like
is
this. Oh,
she
okay.
wrote on this.
So I just hold it up behind it.
yeah, like not too super
It's gonna
close.
take a little while.
Oh, is that doing it?
I think
a
that's
little closer.
maybe I should.
So we got a flame underneath the paper. We're trying to get this. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Is it working?
Smoking.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
smoking.
Slow
Okay.
down.
You're burning it.
Yeah.
You're really close to the paper.
So you do have to get close to the paper with the flame, but it does reveal
How much did
the
you
lemon
write?
juice.
Quite a bit. Well, they're
So
just
it's
big
like it's
letters.
burning-
It reveals the letters.
It's almost like it's burning just the lemon juice.
Oh.
That is kind of. I think they used a hair dryer in the movie, but
They do. Yep.
I don't know what's more readily available to you, a lighter or a hair dryer. I don't know if a hair dryer works, but a lighter does work. But you're on the edge of
Oh, it's smoking.
burning things here.
Can we get
Yeah,
some
this is
footage?
intense.
Can we get
I
some
mean-
footage of that
Hold on, I'll
flame
be
going
ready.
up?
If I was,
Let me get ready. Real
if this
quick.
was like
With the
the
water.
CIA secret, and you tried to like write a secret message,
Shoot it
this
in
is
your
taking
teeth.
a really long time to.
Yes, it is. I would not say this is the most efficient spy craft, but it does seem to work.
This is why it took years and years to find the treasure.
She wrote on that whole page.
She wrote a book.
She wrote on that whole page.
What he meant to
I
say
can
is
tell
say
you.
like hi, but no, she was like,
Oh, that is.
Oh, Ty. Oh, Ty. Oh, Ty.
Okay. And now he has lit things on fire. We're gonna.
Okay, well, the paper
All right,
told you to.
hold on. Let me see. Do the dishes tonight.
you probably need to pour some water on that because it's going to keep on burning.
So
There you go.
that is one that you are
Okay.
glad that you did not do at your house and
would
we did
love to.
here
Yeah,
because
that's.
Give me the cap.
that is a
I mean, you had to get that close,
just
really,
trying
to
to
even
just
see
Oh,
the.
yeah.
yeah
just the
yeah
cap.
yeah that is not super efficient.
No, it
But,
burnt.
it did work.
He got the message.
I did get the message.
Ryan, I think
Whether or
it's gonna
not
be
he'll
all right. I think-
execute
Yeah. Just let
is
that
the
go.
story.
We used to put a whole. Oh wow, that's strong too.
Yeah. Oh, we're the
Oh,
smells in
take it
here
in.
today are excessive. All right, so there's that one.
That one didn't work as well. It worked, but it's.
I think the hairdryer would be the way to go.
Yeah, I would stay away from the open flames, people. Stay away from the open flames.
So many
Even
life hacks
heat.
come to my brain right now. Well, we said a hairdryer. We got stockings, Christmas stockings, and there was a sticker stuck on it. And Ty was like, "Oh my gosh, I can't get this off."
It's one of those
And
ones
so-
where you peel it and it stays on, and just
Yeah.
you can't. You have to like.
Very annoying. Go get a hairdryer and just put it on there for like 30 seconds, and it just peeled right off. Most labels will do it. You just have to like lift up the adhesive.
So I saw this one, the same situation, sticker, barcode or whatever, but then you take a piece like Scotch tape and you put it over it and you get it like to really come one with it or whatever, and then you pull it off and it's supposed to pull that off with it. I didn't try it.
I saw that same thing, but for
I didn't believe
temporary
it.
tattoos.
Temporary tattoos.
Someone did like an entire sleeve, and she just didn't know how to. And someone said to use packing tape, and so she was putting it like all over, and it would just rip off. And it wasn't like
like
it wasn't
the
like
skin?
ripping off her skin. I don't think so. She didn't look like she was in
Just
pain,
bleeding.
but the actual like tattoo
I mean, it'll
was
come
coming
off, but so will your skin. So.
You will have
you don't
no
need
hair
that. You don't need
left.
that layer.
yeah, she didn't look like she was in pain, but the tattoo did come off. I thought it was impressive.
I like Ryan's description to become one with the.
Yeah. Yeah.
Become one.
So you were talking before we started recording about an apple. You had a life hack with an apple.
Yeah.
What is that?
I've only done it once. It's if you can cut it, without a knife. You put your finger like this, and like the joint will be at the like notch of the apple, at the top where the stem is, and then you just
Break your finger.
no. I'm kind of nervous, honestly.
Bam!
I
Just
would
do it.
absolutely
Go for it.
be
I
Let's
did
see
it for
Come on.
lunch once, and it worked. So
Do it.
Hey,
Do
hey,
it.
Ryan,
Kinda
that
need
that
some.
drawer, that cabinet on the left, there's some paper towels in there.
Oh, okay.
do you want that now or after?
Well, I mean, it's for you. It's not for me. I mean, if you got apple juice all over you, we might need to roll. Just keep that out here.
yeah. This has turned out to be pretty
Burning
messy.
things, getting
Pretty
juice
messy and
everywhere.
stinky.
It is definitely a little smelly in here.
Yep.
Savannah is going to attempt to use her finger.
Hold on, I gotta.
Are you gonna go
Get
like
some
hiya?
To,
You gonna go straight karate?
Yes,
has
I will.
to
Actually.
use her
Straight Karate
finger
Kid
It
on
doesn't
Now I
work
have
if you
to.
don't say it like that.
Karate.
to split an apple in half.
Okay, ready? Oh, I'm nervous.
Ooh.
Oh,
I'm,
sounded
like it hurt.
I'm sure you heard
It sounded
that.
like it hurt.
Ooh.
Well,
And it's like-
it kind of worked a little bit.
There we go. Actually,
she could combine her fingers like this way. Like
Has
it's
her
working.
Fingers black and blue.
This
it
is-
literally does, though,
this-
guys.
yeah.
I've seen it. I've seen it done before.
Okay.
So Savannah just placed her finger directly on top of the apple and
Let me try.
smacked down on
That's
her
a tough
hand.
apple right there.
It It is a tough apple. See, that one was just.
No, that's just brute
This wasn't
strength.
school quality.
Ryan's
Those are a
just-
little mushier.
Ryan just split the apple in half with his bare hands.
Yeah.
BEAR.
I have seen the finger thing before. It does work, but that was.
I would
that was
also say take the stem out
was
before
a
you do that
stubborn apple.
because that definitely did stab me.
So now that the apple's open and split, I
By my karate skills,
You're right.
please give me credit.
I have a life hack that's supposed to. I guess to keep it from going brown quicker. Supposedly, I'm gonna keep this one out, and I'm gonna open up a Sprite can or bottle. I mean, and pour it into this plate, and then put the other piece in it, and it's supposed to keep it fresh.
Well, cut that apple in half again. And
one?
lemon juice is, I mean, you want a knife? Lemon juice is supposed to do that too. Keep it from turning brown.
We've got just all the apples.
So put like lemon juice on one piece, your Sprite on another piece, and leave one just out.
All the life hacks.
That's your finger.
Are happening with this apple.
Yes.
So we're going to see, keep an apple from turning brown.
Wouldn't it?
Good gosh.
Wouldn't it like taste like Sprite?
It does get a
might.
little citrusy. I've done the lemon one before.
So this is our base. We'll see how that
So
one
we're
should
just,
turn
yeah,
regular brown.
that's our control. That's
Control,
what the
there you
science
go.
people would say. So we're just going to
Look
let
at
that
us.
sit for a while and see what happens.
Look at us go.
That's cool.
Maybe it will smell better
Quite
than
the
all the
episode.
burnt ash smell that we have going on at the moment.
It looks like someone's going through the plate.
Oh, say it in the microphone, Savannah. Don't be shy.
Say it. What did you say?
Nothing.
Oh.
Ooh, say it.
Me and Ty were in the car talking about if you stink up a bathroom and there's scented soap, you just gotta get some warm water and scrub your hands really good and then just waft it through the room. And
There's also the
like,
windmill.
especially
You
if it's
can, like-
Bed Bath and Beyond. That'll cover it up.
You can windmill.
Hey, what? Don't be embarrassed. That is a great life hack. That is one that
Well,
people
you're like-
can
you
use.
get a
if
little
you don't
itchy now
have
'cause of
Febreze
that.
and you know,
You're like,
it's
yeah.
no candle, no
also,
Febreze.
can I
You're
just
like,
say
oh,
to the
crap.
public, if you have a guest bathroom and you don't have a breeze, you're doing something wrong. You've messed up. But you're just in the bathroom like.
That's a great life hack, though. That is a
love
good
it.
one.
No,
So,
I'm sweating.
also a like a match. You've heard like light a match, strike it.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
That,
yeah.
that
so it
also.
smells-
That
well, I
one-
mean, if you light
that-
something on fire, it's gonna smell.
People are gonna be like,
Like
hold
this,
up.
Like
a
this
noodle
room right
or
now.
a piece of paper. I mean, it's it's gonna smell. It might.
That one's a little too obvious. It's like, oh, they lit a match.
I was
but the
just
hand soap,
smoking.
it's like
That's all- that's
you
all.
really just scrub your hands. You're clean. I'm sweating
You
every saying
sweat.
that.
It is hot. It is hot in here. The air is not
Embarrassed.
working. So it is December 7th
Yeah.
as we record this episode, and it's a solid 70 degrees outside and 80 degrees inside because there is no air.
Yeah, I've got my sweatpants up to shorts.
Unseasonably warm here in Tennessee. But,
Schwartz?
wow.
Schwartz.
All right, so Karate Kid Apple, mixed results, but
Yeah.
try it. Why
50-50. It works half the time.
We might have should have done that one like first.
not? Maybe. Well,
Maybe.
all right, so this one we're not going to demonstrate, but you all have a dog. What kind of dog do you have?
He's a Bernedoodle, a Bernese Mountain Dog and a Poodle mix.
And how old is he?
6 months.
6 months. So ran across this one. This is called a puppy slow feeder. And
He
what
needs
this
that.
is, you take a 2-inch PVC pipe and you cut it about 12 inches long. You take a drill and you drill through it 3 times, 4 times, whatever. So you get 6 total holes. And then you fill it with dog food and you put a cap on the other end. And the dog can play with it. He can spin the little pipe across the floor and it slowly dispenses dog food.
Might have to try that.
It's better than those like Kong things. Those are expensive. This is a cheap little.
I don't
option.
even know what that is. So
Oh.
They have slow feeders, but they're there.
No. It's a
Yeah.
treat thing where you like put peanut butter in there, but it's like a giant ball with like a hole in the middle. So they just said it's just supposed to keep them entertained. They can't actually.
Oh,
They make bowls though that are slow feeders, so it almost looks like a maze
Yeah.
inside of it. So the food sits in it, and they have to like work around it to get.
yeah, this would cost you about $3.
Yeah, let's say less
Yeah.
than $5.
you have to. Yeah, we'll have to try that one. See if it works.
Yeah.
You
I
have to
have
make
a
sure the
feeling
holes
it
are bigger
might-
than the
But
food.
there you go.
about
That's
to say,
that's
yeah,
the
yeah.
clue. Whatever size holes you drill, the food has to be
Yeah, about
smaller
to say
than that.
because how slow is it? Because if he's sitting there for an hour rolling this thing around because he's trying to get all the food out.
I would think
Might
maybe
get annoying.
Yeah, I would think this is for
Bigger
like
drill.
if you're going to be gone for the day and you didn't want to,
Yeah.
you know,
I
you
like
fed him, but you thought maybe he would need a little snack before you came back, something like that.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
All right, well, somebody try that. Let us know. All right, this one again. I don't know about this one, but if you have keys, a lot of keys, you can take nail polish and paint the end of the key, the handle end of the key, and you can paint it different colors to quickly identify your keys. I mean, it makes sense. I don't
Yeah.
know if I would do it or not, but maybe. I do have keys. My keys for work. I do have them all labeled with like a little sheet of paper that's taped on it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. We don't really have many keys nowadays. You have like key fobs and
I don't think you want to paint that.
yeah.
That's an expensive.
I mean, it's a good idea. It's a good idea. It's a good idea.
Just a typical key though. That's smart.
I do have a key fob for the building to get into the building, and it would, a small plastic fob, and it kept like banging against the keys and making noise. So I wrapped it in tape so it would be quiet. So kind of the
Smart.
same thing.
Yeah, that is smart.
Yeah. And that's,
Savannah, what's your thoughts? What's a lady's, a girl's, a female, whatever the right term is? What's your thoughts on painting a key to identify it?
Honestly, I mean, you could. I would probably just go buy those little covers that you can get if I had keys. But again, most people have rings now, so like you just type in the code.
I don't know.
It's a good idea. Like, I mean, I don't know. Depending on how many keys. I mean, if you struggle
if you
with
have
losing
keys,
your
and you
keys, then
struggle
yeah,
with remembering what key
go
is
ahead.
what.
It
As
could
long as
solve a
you
lot of
know-
problems in some TV shows. You know how they're
Yeah,
always
when
like,
they're
I need the
going
door
through
unlocked. And it's like
Yeah.
50 keys later. This is the one.
If I didn't have so many keys for work, I would only have a couple.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have a lot. Let's see what this one I like, and I wanted to demonstrate it, but I think I threw
I like-
away my pool noodle.
I like that one so much better than the one that I saw. The one that I saw, and I even talked to Zach about this one. It's like you use the dustpan.
I've seen that one.
Yeah.
The dustpan.
Yeah.
So we'll
Yeah,
come back to that
okay.
one,
Okay.
and we'll compare the two. So let's say you have a bucket, maybe a 5-gallon bucket, really any size bucket that you
Yeah.
want to fill with water. You need to fill with water, but it will not fit under your sink. Your sink is too small, or the faucet's too small. Whatever the reason is, you put the bucket on the floor, and you take a pool noodle. You put the pool noodle on the faucet, and then stick it down into the bucket. We'll put pictures of this up on the episode. So you can, if you watch on YouTube, you'll see a picture of what we're talking about. But the pool noodle acts as a hose. You turn the water on, and it fills the bucket up for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
I
idea.
like that one.
Yeah, we had in college. We had one of our friends in their apartment. They had to clean their balcony off, but didn't have a hose or anything to clean it off with. And so what he did was sort of similar. He took like tubing and did that same thing and made like a hose from his sink. So yeah, it works, and it's very helpful too.
Nice.
So can you explain the
Yeah.
dustpan one?
So just taking like a typical dustpan that has a handle, but I guess it would have to be very specific because I mean all dustpans aren't exactly the same. So the one that I saw, the handle of the dustpan actually had like a little bit of a curve to it, like an indentation. So that way you could put the actual part that you'd put like the dirt or dust into.
The collector, the
Yeah,
big
the
part.
collection part of it would go underneath the faucet, and then you would have your bucket or whatever it is that you're trying to fill up on the other end of it. But you're having to, you're having to hold it and also hold the dustpan, and let it run down through it.
It's kind of like if you cut a funnel in half. You got half a funnel,
Yeah.
and you're kind of shooting it into the bucket.
Right. So you're
But
basically just
It would work. but
aiming it
yeah,
out.
Yeah.
I like
It
this
could
idea.
work. But
This
the
is
pool
good. Yeah,
noodle,
that's a good
low
idea.
mess.
Well, you have a
You
longer,
get far away
yeah.
from the sink.
And it's
yeah.
made to get wet.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
So.
Yeah. Just throw it out in the backyard. And
Like that one
it's
way
good.
better.
This is,
yeah, that's
this
a good
is-
one. I like it.
And then I was going to demonstrate it. I couldn't find the pool noodle, and then it's like, well, we don't have a sink in there anyway. We could have used water, like
we
pour
have a
pour
water bottle.
Yeah. And we could have used that to put out the fire if we needed to.
Oh, yeah, there's a
Yeah.
hole in this, though.
Yeah, don't squeeze it.
Good to know.
That'd be
Right.
funny.
Any gardeners? I don't know. We're gonna pick up the pace a little bit. We're gonna go kind of rapid fire. If you garden and you have leftover seeds, put your seeds that are still in their little packages in a pencil box, and then you take the little air scavenger, oxygen scavenger things. What are they called? Silica packets. You put them
Yep.
in the pencil box with your seeds, and it keeps them fresh for a year or so. I don't know. This says until the next year. So,
And what if that was December though?
you got just a couple weeks there. Yeah. You out of luck.
Me and Savannah both have killed a cactus before, so we're not
That's
gardeners.
Separately?
Separately, yes.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
if you ever need
3
a plant
cactuses
to
actually
survive-
I killed.
Cacti?
I killed
and a couple aloe
cacti.
plants.
Sorry.
Those aloe plants your sister gave you?
Yeah, aloe plants are dead. My motto is grass and trees is what God gave me, and I don't need any more. So,
Grass and trees, let it be. Don't need the rest.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right.
you won't
All
see
right.
any flowers at my house.
This one I would love for somebody to try and report back to us. Let us know. If you are tired of your mirror fogging up in the bathroom, take car wax, apply a thin coat onto the mirror, and then let it dry. Buff it off with a soft cloth, and it is supposed to keep your mirror from fogging up.
I've seen the same thing except with shaving cream. And I've almost tried it. I wish I would have to be able to give you a report, but I haven't. yet.
Shaving cream is more readily accessible to most people, but
Yeah.
maybe you like to wax your car yourself, and you have car wax. But I mean, car wax is readily available. I just don't have it at my house.
I've seen one where you take the what's it called? You just talked about it.
We don't know. We want you to tell us.
The hair dryer.
Hair
You take
dryer.
the once it
but
fogs
that's
up.
afterwards.
Yeah. And you
That's
still
to
have
re-
to,
that's to get the fog away from
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It just makes it quicker.
That does work
Yeah.
to make it quicker. But yeah, this
I
is
wonder if that would
supposed
work
to
on ski
prevent-
goggles. Because I snowboard. You ski. Did you ski? I can't remember.
Savannah loves
I can't remember if
skiing.
you just went and observed or if you actually skied.
I do ski
Okay,
She's a great
once
skier.
a year.
Once a year.
Because that's how long it takes me to remember how miserable I am when I go.
So, anyways, what I was talking about is the goggles always fog up. So I wonder if that would work on your goggles.
I would maybe not put it on the inside of your
No.
goggles.
No,
Don't most people spit in their goggles?
that is supposedly a hack.
That worked when we went, it worked when we went snorkeling.
They,
Yeah.
make,
So-
they make an anti-fog spray for like hockey shields and
Yeah.
stuff, but I don't know if
So
that would work for
when you go
ski
to a ski
goggles.
resort and you actually go in there and look at their stuff, they always have this like a little wax capsule thing of it, and it's always called cat crap. And I don't know why they call it that, but that's the brand of it. And normally it works. So I'm wondering if it has kind of that similar thing to it.
I don't know.
Cat crap. Go look it up.
This one I also like. If you have young children and you have Legos, or it could be
so
other
smart.
hard toys that you want to disinfect. They're slobbering on it, doing all the things that kids do. You buy a laundry bag, which is a mesh bag that you put, delicates in. You put your Legos inside the laundry bag, and you put that in the dishwasher. Run the wash cycle, take it out before the drying cycle, and it disinfects your Legos or other toys and such that you may put in there.
Nice.
I think that would work. This also says like seashells and stuff you can do. Seashells, dish brushes, rags, sponges. I don't know about the rags and sponges.
Are you out of actual in here life hacks?
Yeah, I think so. I'm out of props.
I have two.
I don't remember what the knife. Oh no, I'm not.
I have two more.
No,
I
it's just going on
say
some of them.
Leave
But I
the
got another one.
germs
I got
and
I
let
got
your
at least
immune
one more.
system do the work.
I like it. I play with Legos. Look how I am.
Yeah. This is what Savannah was talking about. Warm up some stickers or whatever. I mean, y'all can't see what we're looking at, but we'll put a picture up. Warm up some stickers, and they'll come right off. All right, Ryan, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
What you got?
So Fruit Loops, not what I'm. So cereal box. So a lot of times when you have a cereal box and you're trying to close them up, sometimes your little I don't know what exactly are these called? Like the tabs.
Yeah,
Tabs,
tab.
yeah.
The tabs might get ripped, or you just don't like the way how it's not connecting correctly. So what I've been doing for a long time, Dawn kind of brought us to it, is you push in the side tabs, and then you actually take them and hold on, I have to do it like this, and I'll show you afterwards. So you pinch it together, like that, on both sides. So you sandwich it together, basically, right?
Like a milk carton
Yep.
at school.
So one.
Great description.
So
Great description.
one side goes in completely, the other side stays out. So now you pinch them together. Come on, work with me. And then the other side goes in.
We really hope this works.
and it'll hold it together. This one's not doing very well, but it'll hold it together.
Well, that is a full
you.
box.
Yeah,
too.
it is. I would
Yeah,
say the bag's coming all the way
but
to
the
top.
bag's like up,
Yeah.
up here. As I just turn that
mean,
around,
it still
thinking like y'all
works.
can see the cereal inside. So as the cereal goes down, that will actually hold better. But that's what we do. As you see, it's like trying to come.
I mean,
back
it's
out.
still.
Yes.
It still
If the
works.
cereal was down, then it would work. It wouldn't try to push back out. But anyways, that's what we do. If you don't have like an actual, just like actual dispense or whatever.
As someone who's like one of my top pet peeves is like cereal or other things being left open to where they go stale. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yep.
I like that.
So we normally use maybe like a binder clip or something like that inside of it as well to hold the plastic.
Yeah,
the
like
actual,
chip
the,
clip.
the inner line. Yep. Oh yeah. We use those. And I also have an extension cord hack that I saw.
Let's
You want
see.
to go and do that one?
Yeah.
All right, so I've never done this before. I just saw it today. So the idea is that after you put it all together and get it organized, that you come back to it and then it's all tangled up and you can't use it. So so it doesn't look pretty, but it supposedly doesn't get tangled up and you can pretty much just pull it right back out as soon as you're ready. So you take one end and you make a loop like that, and then you take the other end and you just keep on making like an individual loop. So what I'm going to do is I have that loop right there. I'm going to take the end of it, come through again.
Some people might call this like a daisy chain
Okay.
or something like that, similar to it.
Well,
Would this
again-
work with Christmas lights?
I don't know.
A little knot, Russ. You can work on that.
Yeah. So let's just go a little faster.
Great movie quote from Christmas Vacation. Watch the TV version if you have young kids around.
Have you heard about my what I told my Christmas list?
No.
My Christmas movie list. I'll tell us at the end.
Okay.
I'll save it to the end.
So basically at this point it's kind of locked up, right? It's not going to do anything. You can do all this whatever. But then when you're done, when you're ready to use it again, you would untangle one side, untangle the other side, and then say this side you're the other wall, right? So hold that. And all I got to do
Okay, that's
and it just,
cool.
And boom, it's on done.
You're going to have to watch that on the
Yes,
YouTube
that was
channel.
that's so
very
hard to
good.
explain, but it works.
That's very, very good.
It worked much better than it looked like it was going to work.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
really good.
But the idea is that if you can keep both ends somehow not coming undone, you can throw it wherever you want to, and it'll stay like that.
I'm sure
and
you
then-
could do that with a hose too. You know,
Yes.
hose or
As long as it is adjustable to where you can actually move it around, I
Yeah.
guess, and
That
not
was-
like stiff. So yeah,
That was pretty good.
yeah,
That hack
that's a really
and
good one.
the highlighter hack, I sat here with the same feeling that I have when I sit in magic shows. Like, legitimately, I was like, there's a trick. How am I being tricked right now? But there's not. These are just amazing hacks. That was great. I don't know that I'll be able to recreate that ever, but
yeah. Hopefully, we got good
We'll try
camera
it out
footage
with,
on that.
We'll try it out with Christmas lights. This
All right, we're going to try and not burn down the place one more time.
Moving on to another fire.
So
I like the theme.
This Apple
I'm
thing
all
over
for
here
it.
is done.
And we're testing the limits here. I mean, we are getting
yes,
close.
Yeah. If for some reason you have one Ziploc bag left and you need 2 Ziploc bags, I'm not sure why that would happen, but it could. You can take a lighter and take a knife, and you get the knife hot. So you hold the flame on the sharp end of the knife, and then you cut the Ziploc bag, and it seals it as it cuts it, and it's supposed to make 2 bags. We're going to
You got
test
to do
it
that.
out.
Yeah, I got to.
However, this may be the worst knife I could have grabbed out of the kitchen because it
Hmm.
is terribly not sharp.
how hot do you have to get the knife?
Hot enough to melt
Hot,
plastic. And this may also be a bad knife to use because it is kind of a big knife. So I don't know that I want to warm up the whole blade, but we're going to try it. So you all talk amongst yourselves while we are.
So I got a couple life hacks that I just wrote down that I didn't bring. So one is, you say you're at home and dinner time you're making tacos. So while you're eating your one taco, put another taco shell on the ground underneath it on the plate. So all the things that fall off of it go into your taco shell, and then you have 2, and you didn't make a mess either. I mean, that's genius.
I don't
right?
think I don't think I'm that accurate with the stuff that falls out of my tacos.
Oh, that's your fault.
Well,
I'm
Are
trying
you
to make,
talking
I'm trying
about?
to make
Hold
two
on, are you talking
tacos.
about a soft taco or a hard
just
taco?
put a soft
'Cause
tortilla.
I would,
on
soft
the taco.
okay, so
tortilla
I would,
work,
I would
but
think
I
a
don't
soft
like
tortilla
soft tacos.
underneath.
Yeah,
like
okay.
the ketchup.
thinking
I was
a
thinking
hard
hard
taco?
taco.
No,
I was like, there's
no.
way. that
I'm
that
thinking
is-
just a flat flour tortilla on your plate.
I'm like, I
sitting there.
cannot. I
He's
can
got
barely
like a
get it
1
in with a
centimeter,
spatula.
Like,
So Ryan's eating off the ground, and Ty is trying to catch stuff in
That's
a
what
taco
I
shell.
can
Yeah.
barely get it in with the spatula. I don't know how I'm gonna. I don't know how much of a hack that is.
That is
And
pretty
then
warm.
nowadays, I think everyone.
It's just random, ash and metal fumes. And
Ooh,
everything.
sorry. Nowadays, every household pretty much has an iron for clothes, right? But if you didn't, you take
We don't.
you take a pot and you boil water in it, and then afterwards you take that while the water's still in the pot or the pan, and you put it on your clothes and you use that as like an iron. So the heat off the pan. I mean, I would say probably let it cool off a little bit, just because it's going to be on fire and your clothes are going to be done.
We have a ironing board, but we don't have an iron, so we could try that one out. But I'm not going to use a nice shirt. We'll use a.
I also learned a little while ago that our dryer has a wrinkle setting, like most do. But I learned that it also incorporates a little water in it. So right before, it was the day that I was going for a job interview, actually. I threw my shirt in there to de-wrinkle it, and I pulled it out, and it was soaking wet. And I was like, what? Because I thought it just kind of heated up, so you could just like shake the wrinkles out. I literally had my shirt out of the window, and I had to change in the parking lot of my the job interview. And I was like, I hope they're not coming back from lunch, because it was right about that time, and I was like, they're gonna see me freaking putting my shirt on.
It's a good
just
start
when I
to a
got
job
here.
interview right there.
It was an interesting job interview. I did not get hired for that. But for, I think, separate reasons, I hope.
Not the stripping in the parking lot. There's other reasons. All right,
We can't hire this woman.
we're going to try this. We're going to see if this knife is hot enough and sharp enough to cut and reseal this Ziploc bag. Make one Ziploc bag into two. Here we go.
That cut very well.
Wow.
All right. So afraid
That
to
cut
do
really
anything
well.
with this hot knife. So it
Start seeing
did.
smoke come up from the floor.
Get the water bottle ready.
That's
All
not
right.
like personal size snack bag.
Well, yeah. So this is a sandwich. It started
Yeah.
as a sandwich bag, and now it's two smaller bags.
It's a portion size.
so maybe
snack
if you
bag.
had like a gallon size, you fit. But let's see if it is indeed sealed.
Wow.
I've always wondered how good it would hold up.
Is it?
That one
Some-
kind of
Oh,
came
that one.
apart.
But is part of it like
Part
together?
of it is sealed. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, it
So
could be
I would
the
say
knife.
you would have to be very careful with. Now this one is sealed.
Let me throw some lemons
That's the
in
other
the bag.
side.
Yeah.
I
Is
want
that
to
the
see
other
if it
side?
holds together.
No, that's the. No, this is the side I cut. All right. Well, it did pop open.
Huh.
Right there. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's the.
It could
I
be
don't
the.
know.
It
Can
could be
you
the
melt
knife.
it back
It
together
could
with
be the
a
knife.
lighter?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
probably are not going to do that one today. we put
Test
I was
So,
just keeping with the theme.
Yeah.
How's our apple
But
doing?
it did kind of work. But
Pretty good.
the seal did not hold
This
on that
one's starting to get
particular
brown.
one. So yeah, I don't know how long we have to wait here on the apples.
That one kind of
but
got mauled,
Yeah.
honestly.
Can you compare
nicely
the
cut.
brownness?
Well, you can do half because half of that side was in the Sprite and half of it was not.
Yeah. Well, that didn't do anything because that side was no Sprite.
Yeah.
That was no Sprite. That was Sprite. That
My
was
lemon's
nothing.
doing pretty good.
And that one is
Yeah,
lemon.
Lemon's good.
I'll let you taste test it to
The-
see
the lemon is
how
the
it
best.
affects.
Lemon apple.
After my
That wouldn't be bad.
That's what I'm
finger
saying.
broke
Does
up.
it taste different?
I'll try it.
What about the Sprite one? I'll try the Sprite one.
Don't need the sound effects.
Yeah,
That was
I
some
think we can hear.
ASMR.
It tastes like a regular apple. I don't taste any lemon at all. Nope. That one did though.
I don't taste any Sprite. No Sprite.
But it's good. Tastes like an apple.
It tastes like a normal apple. That's
Nice.
pretty crazy.
So for someone who's maybe not as hip, what is ASMR?
I don't know what it stands for, but it's like when people.
What is it?
It's like-
Atomic sensory. No, wait. Yeah, it's sensory. I don't know what MR stands for.
We'll look it up later and maybe splice something in. Get wrinkles out of your laundry by putting ice or a wet rag in your dryer. But some dryers come with that.
Apparently have a hose in them.
All right.
Thanks, Whirlpool.
One more quick camping thing. If you are looking for a fire starter, you take an empty toilet paper roll, fill it with lint from your dryer, and that's a fire starter.
We do this. We
That's the
start our
part
fires.
We
that
were
way.
okay. We tried to, and Ty nixed
Well,
it, but we were missing the
worked.
toilet paper roll.
Yeah.
But I do have a cup full of lint in our dryer room.
I guess you could use
It
like
works.
a paper towel roll too. Cut it if you needed to cut it.
Yeah.
It helps start the fire as long as the wood's pretty dry and it catches the wood on fire.
Because the lint will light quick. Clean out your dryer lint. Your dryer, what it?
Trap.
Your trap, but what's the
I never knew you had to clean that out until like last year.
Dryer vent.
dryer vent? Clean out your dryer vent, people. That's it's the start of many house fires.
Good gosh, Ty.
We could have burned the whole
Maybe we
place
should have
down.
like
You talk a lot of crap about Sandra, but it sounds like she's a pretty good mom. You didn't know that.
Yeah.
We're gonna hit on the chapstick again. This would take a little bit of work.
Is there money in my chapstick?
No. She
Plot
got
twist.
excited. So you get
It's not strawberry.
We see a picture of it, an empty chapstick tube. You get all the chapstick out, clean it out, and then you can use that to hide some money. So if you go to the beach or even just at home, you put some money in there, and nobody's going to think to look in your chapstick for some money.
Now I will. I will. If I ever come over to your house, Daniel, I'm checking every chapstick.
Well, I'll go ahead and tell you I'm too lazy to clean out a chapstick tube to hide
now it's
money.
like, you got any chapstick over there for me?
I do need
Let
some
me have
chapstick
that.
now, Daniel. Can I use yours?
Ty's had the money in it, and he gave it to you. So there you go.
Yeah.
A lot of gardening hacks here. If you want a automatic water dripper thing, you take a hose, one that's old maybe, you drill holes in it, and it will drip water out slowly everywhere you drill a hole. So you could drill the holes right at your plants, or if you're soaking an entire an entire garden bed, put them every so often and turn this spigot on, and it'll water your garden
They'd have
for
to be
you
pretty
slowly.
small holes.
That reminds me of like us buying jeans. Like back in the day, we'd buy jeans and then you'd cut them up on purpose to make them look better. Nowadays, you can buy jeans cut up and they're twice as expensive. I bet you can buy a hose that already has holes in it for twice the price.
Maybe, yeah. I'm not
That's why
sure.
it's called a life hack.
Oh, the mulch spreading one? A pitchfork is the way to go. I don't know if that's what it was saying, but
Yeah, so this one said for mulch spreading, if you have a wheelbarrow, you put like little buckets in your wheelbarrow, and you fill the buckets up, and then you take each little bucket to put where you want. And if you miss the bucket, it's in the wheelbarrow.
yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
But if you use a
seems-
pitchfork, it's like a butter knife. You just slide it right in, come out. Perfect.
So this one does work. If you have a carpet, just like an area rug or something in the room, if you take some foam padding and put underneath, makes it feel a lot more soft. And
Until your kids spill something on it. Like milk.
maybe, I don't know. Gum.
Clean that bad boy off.
I don't know if this works, but if you have some gum in the carpet, somebody got gum in the carpet, maybe try it in your hair. I don't know. But if you freeze it, put some ice in a bag, put the bag on the gum, let it freeze for like, what's that say? 30 minutes, I think it said. Anyway, and then the gum should break apart easily.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I like
those
that
sounds
one.
would be
Carpet might be
that'd be a
wet.
good one.
Shoes. Anybody here care about their shoes? How they look?
Mia does. Mia does this one actually.
So if you get some shoes that are white and they're kind of dirty, you take a toothbrush, you take plain white toothpaste, and you scrub it on the soles of the shoes, let it dry, and then wash it off, and it gets the dirt off, makes them white and new and clean.
So
She does that with her yellow. Or
my
her white
mother,
ones.
my mother has those exact Converse, straight white, and she just bleaches them. She just throws them in the washing machine and just straight bleaches them.
Ryan was talking about a
Oh, there it is.
dustpan earlier. This says if you want to, get everything up, or if you break some glass, put some tape on the front of the dustpan, and everything will go up into the dustpan. Won't leave a dust line or little pieces of glass on the floor. Try it out, people. We
I've
don't
done
know.
that one. I don't know if I agree with that one.
Yeah, I think it's still gonna.
Yeah,
It might
I've
help.
done it
It
before,
might
and
help.
it didn't really. I mean, it might have made it better than if I didn't use it, but it was still. I still had to go back for another sweep.
Make your own ice pack. Put a sponge and some water in a Ziploc bag and freeze it. Got your own ice pack.
Never would have thought about that.
I think if you do, I might be wrong, but I think if you add alcohol, like rubbing alcohol to it,
It keeps it
not
slushy
to the sponge, but
in the
just,
like a water mix.
yeah,
with
just in
alcohol
a
and-
bag.
yeah,
then it's like the soft, malleable type
keeps
of.
it's like a
I've done that
slushy.
before, yeah.
I think you're right. So this one is maybe good if you have some little things that you spill on a carpet that you can't really find, or maybe they're too small to get them all up, and you want to keep it. You take some pantyhose, you put it over the end of a vacuum hose, like a shop vac hose. You can put a rubber band around it, maybe just try and hold it on, but you put it tight over the end of the vacuum hose, put a rubber band around it, and then it will still suck up whatever you spilled, but it will not go into the vacuum. You just collect it off the pantyhose. That's a pretty good one, I think.
Yeah, that's
I like that one.
So writing notes on a washer, you take a dry erase marker and you just write on top of the washer. Maybe you're leaving a note. You're starting the laundry. Someone else is going to put it in the dryer. It's a mixed load. This does happen in my house, actually. And they're like, my wife and my daughter, they don't dry some of their things. Guys just dry everything. But you leave notes on the don't dry this, don't dry that. Or maybe, hey, have a great day, whatever you want to leave.
Yeah. I think a lot of life hacks are like not necessarily hacks, but just like smart things that people do. It's like, hey, why don't you try this? Like, oh, that is helpful.
And if you write on your washer with a permanent marker, see if those other life hacks get it off and let us know.
Right?
That'd be great. Let's see. All right, this one I do want to talk about. So this says you can bring you don't have to get up, Adam. That's all right. You can bring a dead Sharpie back to, actually, yeah, you might want to get up, Adam. So, that was not
He's
on
going
purpose.
back and forth all night.
So this says you can bring dead Sharpies back to life by taking the end cap off and pouring in alcohol, and it will like energize the Sharpie. But not all Sharpies have an end cap.
Yeah.
So you can see I have two Sharpies. This is what I would call just a standard Sharpie here, the felt tip little standard thing. It does not have an end cap. It's one piece. So that would not work for that. This is one of the little fine tip metal Sharpies, and it does have an end cap. So it may work. We're not going to try it here
I've
today.
seen the, it's with Expo markers, but I'm sure you could do it with the first Sharpie, the traditional one, where you tie a string to the end of it, and then you swing it in a circle for like 5 seconds, and then you go and write on it, and I guess it sends all the ink that was in the bottom and the middle's dry. It sends it all to the front, and it works.
Almost like
I've done it before.
I guess like
Centrifugal?
gravity.
Like, yeah, it
almost?
uses
like
a
centrifugal
centrifugal
force.
force.
Yeah,
of
there we go.
Yeah, so you just tie a string to the end of it and just swing it around like a whip for 5 seconds, and then it should be able to write again.
I will say this is not super easy to pull out. You're going to need some pliers or something maybe, unless you just got some big, strong man hands. But so a couple things. J.C. Swafford sent this in, I think. If you take paint, let's say you're painting,
Oh yeah.
gets to the end of the night, you're tired of painting, whatever the case is, you take that paintbrush, put it in, you can put it in a plastic grocery bag or a Ziploc bag, tie it up, and then you can come back the next day and use that paintbrush. It doesn't dry out.
Still wet? Wow.
I actually literally did that today.
Yeah.
But with a Kroger sack. Except usually if it's going to be like the next day or like a couple days, I'll put a damp paper towel over it and then put the plastic just to have some moisture in there, because sometimes it does kind of like dry out a little bit.
Yeah, I wouldn't go for multiple days on this, but yeah.
She made me put before we left, she made me get a damp paper towel and put it over where you put the paint in the roller pan.
Mm-hmm.
Just put a damp paper towel over that.
I don't know if it
From
will.
drying.
It's like, I just tried to protect it a little bit.
That's good. If you have a paint can, so you got your gallon paint can or whatever you have, and you're always dipping your paintbrush in and wiping it on the side,
Like the excess
everything
paint.
gets gunky, right? He said, take a rubber band and put it around so we're going to imagine this cup here is a paint can. You put the rubber band across it like this, and then you dip your paint and use it on the rubber band to scrape off the excess. It drops
Drips
straight
back
back
in.
into the middle of the paint can. I thought that was a good one, too. Thanks,
I like
JC.
that one.
JC must be painting a lot.
He must be. I don't know.
couple paint ones there.
One that I saw also was like if you have like something that's going to hang on the wall, and it has the like the pre-holes in the back of it where you're just basically going to put screws and like anchors in the wall or whatever kind of thing, and you're going to hang them on those screws. That if you take like some type of tape, and you put that on the back of that object, and then you use a Sharpie or whatever, and you mark where those holes are, and then you use that tape and you put it on the wall. So that way you can put your screws or whatever in the wall and know exactly the dimensions of where it needs to be at, the length or whatever.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And then you can just pull the tape off, hang it up, done.
There you go. Speaking of done,
Yeah.
I think that's it. We hit a lot.
We
hit
did.
a lot.
I was surprised.
I hope you can use something from this. I'm glad that we set things on fire here, and you did not have to set things on fire at your house. So,
What we do for y'all.
Keeping it lively.
spaghetti will light on fire, and it will stink up the room. So there's that.
I think we had some really, really good ones, and then we had some ones that were just silly, you know?
Yeah.
But that's what we were doing. We were testing them out. What's good for y'all?
What's the top three?
Lemon juice on a paper. You can write a spy note.
Yeah,
but,
that was bottom.
Yeah.
Don't use an open flame.
The extension
know.
cord was, I think that the extension cord was
yeah.
my
Extension
favorite.
cord was pretty
Yeah,
cool.
That was a good one.
Taking the highlighter off of it.
Yeah, that was
that
good
was
too.
pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know if you would use that, but it is cool to do. Do it with the kids. Why not?
Top two.
Yeah.
For sure.
The paint, putting a wet paint brush in a
one's smart,
plastic
yeah.
bag. That's a good one.
And then the noodle. From the
The
faucet.
pool noodle. Yeah.
The pool
The
noodle
pool
from the
noodle.
faucet.
That's
That's a
one.
good
Yeah,
one.
that's a
fill
really
a
good
bucket
one.
from the faucet with the
Yeah.
pool noodle.
I'm gonna choose not to be offended that no one talked about that I split an apple, but it's fine. That I almost split an apple.
Top.
This close.
I mean, top. Like,
which is like
top,
basically did it.
top 20 right there.
Basically, I succeeded.
Basically.
Yeah. No one
I
else.
looked at
No
it.
one else came near as close as she did.
I mean,
I basically looked at it and it split open.
Yeah. She actually sat the apple
She comes
down.
out of here and her finger is like over here on the side.
we got to go to the hospital. She actually
It
broke
actually
it.
is like kind
Oh
of
my goodness. It gets cut
It was
up.
the stem, okay? I'm injured but because of the stem. Take the stem out. I gave that disclaimer.
She set that
And I
apple
learned.
down, and then I looked over there again, and it was split in half.
That's true.
You just heard-
don't know
she
if
scared it.
Yeah.
Yeah. She
You
scared
give it a
in half.
you give it a look and it'll same as tie it.
Give that camera a look real quick.
All right, so today's Bible verse is Romans 10, 9 through 10. If you confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. For with the heart one believes and is justified, and with the mouth one confesses and is saved.
There you go.
Amen. Amen. Hallelujah. That's what I always want to say after every prayer out loud when in a group.
It's kind of Amanda Mundy.
Amen.
I was going to say, where's
Hallelujah.
Amanda at?
Yeah.
Now
Amen.
we got another closing line here.
There
yeah?
you go.
What?
Amanda
You.
Amanda
What you just
Mundy will say, "Talk to you later. Love you.
Love you,
Bye."
bye.
Like she said that after a prayer one time in a big group of people, and so that kind of stuck. But
We
now
know who's
have-
not watching podcast over here.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Sin is not a podcast girl.
No, I'm not.
I make her
But here
listen
I
every
am.
now and then, though.
Here
I
she
am.
is. She's a podcast.
Do y'all
performer.
listen to these? I know
I
you
do.
have to because you edit it, but like, do you go back and re-listen? To, I don't know if how
Is there a name for podcast
talking
people?
to yourself.
Like
podcasters.
people who like food are called foodies.
I mean, podcast is just a new form of radio now. I feel like it's not a
I like people
listeners.
listeners. Yeah.
Boo. We need something new.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap this up. It's been a lot of conversation that will not make the air, and we are so sorry about that. But we had fun. Just know that. We hope you had some fun, too. You learned something on a life hack here, and we will be back again. So you already know. We love you. God loves you more. Send us home, Savannah.
Amen. Hallelujah.
See you next week. What do you think about Die Hard?
I think they need to stop hesitating. Just shoot people. That's what I think.
Well, I
You
mean,
talking
was
about
it a
the debate,
Christmas
though?
movie or not?
Okay, well,
Savannah's like, shoot first, ask questions later.
Seriously. Like,
was this Christmas? I don't know. You're dead. I need to try something out real quick on this microphone, okay?
Go ahead.
Pardon me. In West Philadelphia, born and raised.
Oh, you got to go with the whole thing.
I don't know if I actually know the whole thing. In
I
West
pulled.
Philadelphia. Born and raised on the playground where I spent most of my days. This is the part that I don't know. I know the thing.
Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool. All shooting some b-ball outside this school.
Yeah, why we need a microphone over here on you.
They were up to no good.
This is a duet, actually. Daniel's just not on the mic.
Got one little fight.
My mom got scared.
Thanks for listening to GPS to God. Make sure you leave a rating or review on whichever app you happen to use. Also find us on YouTube and be sure to subscribe to our channel.